a lot of games out there that fit the mold of horseshoes, cornhole, and shuffleboard, but when you take a concept like that and put it through a football blender, you get QB54. Joining me now is one of the inventors of QB54, Mike Silva, who's here to talk about how he came up with the idea and how the game is played. Mike, welcome to the show, and thanks for coming on.
Mike, thank you so much for having me. I'm super grateful for the opportunity.
I'm so excited to hear all about this product. So how did you come up with the concept for this? Let's start there.
Sure. So it was my brother and I, when we were growing up. I was 9, my brother was 12. So this is in the 80s, and it was Thanksgiving. It was time to do the dishes, and we didn't want to do the dishes, and we wanted to play football, but all of our friends were at their friends' houses. So how do you play football with 2 people? So we got 2 garbage cans and the CB antennas on the back of my dad's pickup truck. So the idea was to throw the football in the garbage can for a touchdown and then kick the extra point through the antennas in the back of my dad's truck. And that's exactly how the game was born.
Talk about creativity. Wow. Now, what inspired the name QB54?
So a very good friend of mine, his name is Robert Jarvis. I met him. He was a neighbor. We met, I don't know, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And it was like the beginning. And I was like, I need to get a name for this game. I don't know what to call it. And he's like, well, how do you play? And obviously I told him the rules, how to play. There's a lot of throwing involved. So QB for quarterback. And the number 54 is the score you play up to in order to win. So he put the 2 together, QB 54. And he's like, that's it. So I was like, you know what? Sounds good. It's like WD-40, but QB54.
But much cooler. That's awesome. So how does the game work? I know it starts as a beach chair and it turns into the game. Talk to me about how it works.
Yeah, so each set comes with 2 folding chairs that you could use as seats, comfortable seats, 2 sets of goalposts, football, carrying bag, ball pump, steel mule, everything. And what you do is you set a chair up at one end and a chair at the other, kind of like cornhole. You have, a goal at either side. Teammates are on the same side, and you get points by throwing the football. And if you hit anything, the chair, the field goal post, you get 3 points. That's a completion. Now, in the seat, there's a hole with a basketball net attached to it. If you throw the ball and it goes into the hole, into the net, that's a touchdown for 6 points. And then you kick the extra point through the uprights, which are attached to the chair. That's the extra point. Last thing, on defense, when the other team is throwing the ball, if it hits anything, goes in the air, and you grab it, that's an interception for 3 points. First to 54 wins. Got to win by 2, and the losing team always gets a shot at redemption.
I love that. So did you have to deal with a lot of rejection before you pitched the idea, or did investors take to it right away?
Yes. I mean, anytime you bring something new to market, to the public, it's an uphill battle. It's a grind. It's sweat. It's blood. It's tears. It's everything. You have to prove yourself time and time again to get this product in front of people, to get them playing it. So what happens is people see it, they play it, they love it, and then they buy it. So it just takes time to go through that motion. And then it's like pushing a locomotive, right? It takes forever to get that train moving, but once it starts moving, it's hard to stop.
I love that.
We're getting a lot of traction now. If I'm successful now, people are going to say I'm an overnight success. Well, it took me 9 years to get here. So there's no such thing as an overnight success.
I totally agree. Now, soon enough, we'll get to know the real fate of this game, because on October 1st, we'll be seeing you on Shark Tank. Talk to me about how you got selected for that, because I can't imagine that's an easy process.
Wow. So I started the process back in 2018 and 2019. I applied online, just sent in an audition tape, and we got to the second round twice. Didn't make it past there. And then this year, and there's about 30,000 businesses that apply for this show, and about 100, I believe, get aired. So that's like 1 in 300. I don't even know what the percentage of that, but it's super hard. It's easier to get into Harvard than it is to get on Shark Tank. Anyway, so my wife tells me that there's an audition in Philly. This was back in, I think, April, and it was a Tuesday when she told me. She goes, hey, Mike, they're having auditions with Shark Tank on Friday. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go through that again. And I said, screw it, I'm going for it. So I went, packed up my stuff, got there a half hour early, and there was already 1,000 people online. This was like American Idol waiting online to sing my song, but obviously I'm pitching. So, and they gave us advice. They said, be passionate about your product, because if you're not, nobody else is. And when I was there pitching, I noticed it was quiet, like it was like church. And I'm like, nobody listened to the advice. So I went into pitch, boom, I went right into my pitch, loud as can be, in your face, ended up on the show.
I cannot wait to see that episode. Now, this product is several years in the making. How many tweaks were there to it to perfect it along the way?
Yeah, so we started with buckets, sort of. Well, the game started with garbage cans. Then we went to buckets. And then eventually, we went to chairs. And the chairs made sense because it's dual purpose. It's not only a game, but it's two comfortable chairs. It's a trunk space saver, meaning you pack one product and it does two things. So we figured that the market would buy something that's dual purpose rather than single purpose. So we went with the chair, and I had to go through a couple of manufacturers, which, had to tweak things here and there, the thickness of the frame of the chair, so it was more sturdy, and, just the nuances to really, I listened to the customer, and, they're the boss. So if I'm hearing feedback from the customer, it makes sense to tweak some things so more people would buy it.
Now, I know you haven't been on Shark Tank yet, but as of now, is there a high demand for the game, and is the feedback generally positive?
Yeah, so it's football season. I call this the official game of tailgating. So football season is the sweet spot, but come holiday season, that's when it really takes off. We have the summer season, and then we have Christmas, and that's when people, if you have somebody on your list that loves football, this is absolutely, the product for them. And we usually sell out every year come December. Oh, and one major thing is we got put into 200 Dick's Sporting Goods stores across the country. We're in over 10 locations in New Jersey. And there's nothing better than a childhood invention, getting to retail across the country, and then getting on the main stage of Shark Tank, a show I've been watching for 15 years. Now I'm finally on it.
Just hearing all this, I'm so happy for you, genuinely. Now, at this point, do you consider yourself more of a sports guy or a business guy?
All right. So my friends always make fun of me because I know no athletes. I don't know stats. I don't know who played, outside linebacker for the 1984 Denver Broncos. All I do is I play the sport. I have fun with it. And then, I'll watch an occasional game. And as far as business goes, I haven't had one business class ever. I've learned everything on the street, so to speak, and just learning trial by error. By heart, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know how to take that first step. And if there's anybody listening out there that wants to start their own business, that is scared, those feelings are normal. It's natural. I would say believe in yourself, believe in your product, and don't listen to the noise. Keep moving forward and put in the hustle and grind every single day, and ask yourself one question. What did I do today to move the needle? And that's it.
That is so fantastic. Mike Silva, co-inventor of the QB54. Thanks so much for taking the time, and I hope this game keeps flying off the shelves. Best of luck.
Mike, thank you so much again for the opportunity. And if anybody is looking to get a set, can I plug my website? Is that cool?
You can plug away.
So we're for sale on playqb54.com. We have our Amazon store. And if there's a Dick's Sporting Goods location near you, you need it right away. You walk into that store, grab one off the shelf, and start having fun.
Mike Silva, thank you so much for the time today.
Thank you, Mike.
Coming up, we speak with Jeff Magliochetti about pro basketball and the NFL. Stick around.